Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a darker smoky eye tutorial, and I filmed this with no idea in mind. I filmed it as I went. If you like, please give it a thumbs up. I apologize for the awkward angles and the color being kind of off. Hey everyone, so I'm going to try to film a makeup tutorial today using the Antonym To the Moon and Black Quattro. I got this as a Christmas gift a few years ago, and I really want to try to do a smoky eye with it. I just got done filming some videos, so my eyelid is stained and it hurts from taking makeup off so much. So this will be my last look. I'm just going to take a little bit of leftover concealer and try to white out my eyes a bit. I'm first going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer. I'm using this because it's similar to a concealer and it's gonna just really black out or conceal my eyes. So that color that might be peeking through, the pink and purple that has stained my eye, hopefully this will keep it from showing through as much. I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette. I'm just going to take the matte white that's in this and apply that all over my lid just to help with blending. You can use a skin tone color. I'm doing this because I've been blending so much and I used some makeup wipes that really irritated my eye. So now my eye is a little bit sensitive, and I think that having this over it will help with the blending. Bad thing with this palette is there is no matte. It's just these like satiny silver shades. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this little gray. Also, I've never used this palette. I've only dipped into the white shade. And I like that as an inner corner highlight. So very lightly, if this even shows up. I might have to take more of it because it's not doing anything. I'm getting a lot of kickback in the pan. This is just to sprinkle some color and hopefully some definition in my crease. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going with just this palette and see how it goes. I'm probably actually gonna try to use one of these brushes that came in it. They're very, very tiny. I'm gonna try to take this blue and put that in my inner and outer corner. Okay, that's not very pigmented, so I'm gonna go in with a black liner. Okay, I'm gonna take Smoke by Urban Decay, and I'm gonna put that on my eyelid first. It's okay if it's messy. And then take my finger and blend it out. Now, if you're doing two eyes, do it one eye at a time, because the Urban Decay liners do dry up very, very fast. The NYX Jumbo pencils are my favorite for this, but I don't have a dark one. This is not helping my sensitive eyelid at all. Okay. I think that's okay for now. I'm gonna go in with that blue, using this little baby brush that came with the palette, and I'm gonna apply that in the inner and outer corner. I'm essentially gonna do a halo eye and put the black. Okay, now I'm gonna take the black on the other side of the brush, tap off the excess, and apply this in the inner halo part. I'm also going to take the blue and drag it a little higher and essentially connect the two, which you could have done before applying the black, but it's okay. Wipe off my brush, and I'm going to try to blend these two together, although you can't really see them anyways. And then I'm going to try to blend out my crease with whatever's left over just a little bit. I actually like this tiny brush that came with it. It makes applying really dark shadows like this really easier. I'm going to take a little bit of that blue and run it through the crease area. And then I'm going to take that E33 that I applied the silver with and go back over that blue. I might add just a little bit using that E33. I will say that these shadows, like, the white is so pigmented, like you can take the littlest bit, but this blue is rough. The blue and the silver take a lot to pick up anything. I'm going to go back in with the silver. Very, very lightly. I'm barely touching my skin. And then taking a clean brush, I am going to just diffuse the edges of this. The other end of the brush, I'm going to apply just a little bit of that white underneath the arch of my eyebrow. This is very pigmented, so you only need a little bit. And I'm also going to pop it in my inner corner. This is one of my go-to inner highlights. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. And then I'm gonna probably pop on some lashes. I'm gonna skip eyeliner and then do my bottom concealer and come back. Okay, so I concealed and I popped on a pair of lashes. I'm now gonna go back in with that tiny little brush and I'm gonna wipe off everything. I'm gonna take, I think, the gray. And go underneath my lower lash line. I don't want this to be too dark. Then I'm going to take a little bit of the blue and go closer towards my lash line. Okay, I liked this brush for the top. I don't so much like it for the bottom. It's too big for the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna pop on some mascara on the bottom just to even everything out. I got a little bit of fallout that I'm gonna wipe away. And then the last thing I think I'm gonna do is go back in with that Urban Decay liner and Smoke. And run that in my waterline. You could also tightline with the black eyeliner, any black eyeliner. You could even use brown or blue. But that is the finished look. My eye is watering a lot and messing my outer part up. But I think this is a gorgeous kind of wearable everyday smoky eye. You can't really see where the blue and black ends and begins, but I kind of like that. I'll post pictures so you can see higher content because I am using a front-facing camera. But yeah, I love this. I think that the shadows could use some work. This is also technically old. But I like the white. The white is gorgeous. The black is pretty good too. The blue and the gray I had to build up a little bit, but I think it's a great little palette. So yeah, this is probably my first smoky eye on my channel. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more tutorials, please comment below and let me know. And if you aren't already, please subscribe to my channel. It really does help.